Okay, so you know how sometimes everyday things like just climbing a few flights of stairs or maybe carrying in the groceries, they just start feeling, well, harder as the years go by.
Yeah, that feeling is pretty universal, I think. It's that gradual muscle strength decline.
Exactly. It's just part of getting older, we assume.
Yeah.
But what if science is finding ways to maybe slow that down or
Yeah.
even push back against it a bit?
That's the really exciting part. And it's exactly what we're getting into today. We're going to do a deep dive into some research focusing on, believe it or not, a natural compound, something you might literally have in your spice rack.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, and it seems to hold a pretty significant clue, potentially, for keeping muscles feeling younger and maybe even more importantly, calming down aging at the cellular level.
Okay, so our mission today is to really unpack the source material we've got, luteolin, rejuvenating muscles and calming cellular aging. We want to see what the insights are, how this humble compound, as you said, could be a key to understanding muscle longevity, and what it could mean for you listening.
Let's do it.
So let's start right there. Why do muscles age like that? We all feel it happening, but what's actually going on inside biologically that makes lifting that box feel different than it did 10 years ago?
Right. It's definitely not simple. It's a really complex mix of things happening biologically. You've got issues like mitochondrial dysfunction. Basically, the powerhouses in our cells kind of start to wear out.
Okay.
And, protein synthesis slows down, which is crucial for building and repairing muscle. Changes in the nervous system play a role too. But a really key factor that scientists are zoning in on more and more, and it's central to this research we're discussing, is the role of senescent cells.
Senescent cells. Okay, I remember our source material called them something like uninvited guests, the ones who won't leave the party and just stir up trouble. Is that what you mean?
That's a perfect analogy, actually. Yes, senescent cells. They're basically cells that have stopped dividing and doing their jobs properly. They should normally undergo programmed cell death, apoptosis, but they don't. They resist it.
They just hang around.
They just hang around, like those party guests, exactly. And worse, they're not quiet guests. They start spewing out this cocktail of harmful stuff, inflammatory signals, proteins that damage the surrounding tissue.
Ah, okay. So they're actively causing problems for the healthy cells nearby.
Precisely. They create this kind of chronic low-grade inflammation. And when you link that back to muscles, yeah, these senescent cells are seen as a major driver of age-related decline, alongside those other factors we mentioned. So finding ways to deal with them is a really hot area in aging research.
Got it. So if these senescent cells are the troublemakers, let's talk about the potential hero from our sources, this luteolin. What exactly is it?
Right, luteolin. And what's so interesting is that it's not some fancy synthesized drug. It's a natural compound found in plants. It's a type of flavonoid, those plant-based antioxidants people talk about.
Flavonoid, okay. Where do we find it? Is it rare?
Not at all, actually. That's a surprising part. It's in common herbs like thyme, parsley,
Yeah.
even things like celery, peppers, chamomile tea, stuff you might already eat.
Huh. Parsley.
Yeah.
Sure.
And what makes luteolin stand out in this research context is its apparent ability to sort of calm down these grumpy, aging senescent cells, importantly, without necessarily killing them off entirely.
Okay, that is interesting. Calming them down, not destroying them. So how do they figure this out? The source mentions mouse studies, right? What happened there? Sounds like that's where it gets really interesting.
It really does. The mouse studies are quite compelling. Essentially, researchers took older mice and gave them a luteolin-rich extract daily,
Okay.
and the results were pretty remarkable. Compared to the mice that didn't get it, the luteolin group, well, they lived longer, for starters. They also had healthier-looking coats, often a sign of better overall health in mice.
And the muscles.
Ah, yes, the muscles. Crucially, they retained significantly more of their muscle strength and their physical abilities. They performed better on tests of strength and endurance. And the key takeaway, tying back to what we just discussed, seems to be how luteolin worked. It wasn't like a typical senolytic drug designed to just kill senescent cells. It seemed to take a gentler approach.
Like persuading those rowdy party guests to just quiet down instead of kicking them out.
Exactly. That's a perfect way to think about it. It helped the cells behave better, reducing their harmful output.
So this gentler way, this calming effect, it has a specific scientific term, doesn't it? Our source calls it senomorphic. What does that actually mean? And why is that potentially a big deal?
Yes, senomorphic. It's a really important concept emerging in aging research. A senomorphic treatment is one that modulates or changes the behavior or the harmful characteristics of senescent cells rather than eliminating them outright, like senolytics aim to do.
Okay, so changing behavior, not destruction. Why is that potentially better?
Well, there are a couple of reasons this is exciting. Getting rid of all senescent cells might not always be ideal. Some might have residual useful functions, or maybe removing them too aggressively could cause collateral damage to surrounding healthy tissues. It's complex.
Right.
So a senomorphic approach, like what Luteolin seems to be doing, offers a potentially safer, more nuanced way to mitigate the harm caused by these cells. It dials down their negative impact. Specifically, it seems to reduce that inflammatory cocktail they release, what scientists call the SASP.
SAB.
Yeah, SASP stands for senescence-associated secretory phenotype. It's basically that toxic soup of inflammatory chemicals and damaging proteins we talked about, the stuff senescent cells spew out that harms neighboring cells. Luteolin appears to help turn down the volume on that SAC signal.
Okay, turning down the toxic soup. That makes sense. So this is all genuinely fascinating research. But the big question, right? What does this mean for us? For humans, are we talking about a luteolin supplement becoming the next big thing for staying strong?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? And we need a bit of caution here. It's really exciting, yes, but almost all the compelling research so far, including what we've discussed, is in mice or lab settings.
Right. Mice aren't people.
Exactly. Human biology is vastly more complex. Translating these findings takes a lot more research, clinical trials.
Yeah.
It's a long road. So no, you're probably not going to find a clinically proven luteolin anti-aging muscle pill at the pharmacy next week.
Okay. Managing expectations. Got it.
But, and this is an important but, these studies do add significant weight to the growing body of evidence, suggesting that certain natural compounds, often found in healthy diets, might genuinely play a role in promoting healthier aging and maintaining function longer. It's another piece of that really complex longevity puzzle.
So not a magic pill, but still encouraging. Is there anything practical then that someone listening today could take away from this, something they could maybe incorporate?
Absolutely. While we wait for more human trials, the most straightforward takeaway is probably something you've heard before, but now with maybe a bit more specific context. Focus on eating a diet rich in a variety of plant-based foods.
Like the ones you mentioned earlier, parsley, thyme, celery.
Exactly. Those herbs, plus other luteolin sources like broccoli, green peppers, carrots, adding more of these kinds of foods to your meals, it's certainly not going to be a cure-all, let's be clear.
Right.
But based on the broader science of nutrition and now this emerging research on compounds like luteolin, it absolutely can't hurt. And, it might just provide a small cumulative boost to your cellular health and resilience over time. It's about stacking the deck in your favor with what we do know.
It really is kind of amazing, isn't it? To think that something so simple, so everyday like parsley could contain compounds that are giving scientists clues about how to tackle something as complex as muscle aging. It really shows how much we're still learning.
It absolutely does. Science keeps uncovering these connections in unexpected places. And looking forward, as our understanding deepens, we might well find even more effective, more targeted strategies to help people stay stronger and healthier for longer. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other secrets are hiding in plain sight in the plants we eat every day?
A very thought-provoking place to end. There's definitely more to explore there.